pop shit, pop shit, pop shit, pop shit.
Passing through stages in life, through the ups and the downs, like it's all just another test. Steady watching me, every day they clocking me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that clock on me.
Hey, what it is? That's just the way it is. The way.
Do I think too hard or do I think enough? I don't know. Everything that I do, I...
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? We live, YouTube and Twitch. New episode of Uncut Ishhh, episode 23. Thinking out loud. What's going on? Make sure y'all can hear me. What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on, man?
Not
Of course, let me
much.
go ahead and introduce my co-host in the deals. Of course, she's back again. I'm not sure we're going to have anybody else. I think Nate coming through. Clyde might be coming through. I hit up like I do some regular more people, and maybe some people will drop in because, you know.
Yeah.
But anybody that's tuned in tonight, I appreciate you coming through. Like I said, we live on YouTube and we live on Twitch. You good?
Yeah, I was trying to get my headphones together.
Oh, you good, you good. Once again, man, I appreciate you coming through like always.
Hey. I like to talk.
And anybody that's tuned in tonight, once again, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to anybody that's on Twitch that's following. Anybody that's watching us right now live on Twitch. Got a couple things we're going to get into tonight, man. Of course, man. I definitely want to start this off by showing my condolences to Young Dolph and Young Dolph's family. Of course, we just recently had the incident that happened with Young Dolph and what happened with him in his town, Memphis, Tennessee. And I guess some of the main things I'm just going to get into as far as pertaining to Young Dolph, being that I was a fan of his music. I was a fan of, well, I didn't hear a bunch of his artists, but I did hear one of his main artists, which was Key Glock. I was definitely on him, and I was starting to pay attention to some of his other artists because he had recently dropped a compilation tape with PRE, which is his record label, which he's CEO of, which is basically excuse me, y'all.
You alright?
Yeah. I'm trying to get, I had a digestion coming up. Trying to get myself together, excuse me, y'all. But as far as Young Dolph go, I just wanted to get into what he had going on as far as his music, his legacy, and everything he left behind as far as the main things he was teaching. And I think a lot of people might try to say what he was talking about in his music as far as drugs, shooting or whatever, but I think a lot of things people got from his music, especially me, was motivation as far as independency. He talked about a lot of, as far as especially independency, handling your business, as far as, you know, the way these record labels go, especially if you're a rapper, and as far as owning your masters, which he did own his masters, and as far as I know, for his record label, he owned the master. Well, he didn't. I don't know if he pertained to own the masters of his group members or the people he had signed to his label, because the people he had signed to his label might have owned their masters too, because that was the type of person I think he was. But if they didn't, he owned their masters, and I'm pretty sure he was gonna get them their masters once everything got set up. But did you know anything about Young Dolph? Because I know I recently asked you to check him out, and that was me basically saying, if you haven't listened to him, check him out or whatnot.
Bruh. Okay, first of all, I thought he was younger than he was. I didn't know he was, like 36? 38.
He started off young though. He been in it for a minute.
Yeah, that's another thing I didn't know. I didn't realize how long he had been in the game because, like, I didn't even real because one of the songs that because I was just listening to whatever is popular on his Spotify, and it was the song. Jeez, I can't even remember.
Oh, it's all right.
But yeah, it was a song that I was familiar, but I didn't care for the song, so therefore I never got put onto his music because, like, one, nobody ever like said anything to me like, "Oh, go listen to Young Dolph." I just heard his name a lot, and I was just like, "Who is this guy?" I didn't know anything about him. I mean, like, I knew who he was. Like, I knew he was a rapper. That's as much as I knew, but I didn't know like the things that he had done for the community and that he owned. He pushed ownership because, like, he was just somebody that just wasn't on my radar. I have no idea why. I guess I don't know because, like, when I listened to his music, I was like, I feel like this is stuff I used to listen to when I was younger, and I guess like at the time that he came out, like I probably wasn't even listening to rap music or like. I was listening to rap music, but it was gospel rap because, like, I had like a year where I just stopped listening to all secular music. Not all, but like all rap music, all secular rap music. And I just like, I don't know, I just took a break. So I was listening to like a lot of gospel rap. So I didn't even know anything about him when he came out. Because he came out like 2010. I was scrolling back through his discography.
It was definitely early, man. That's one thing I should have had that down, but it was early. He came out. I would say he got popular around maybe 2014.
Oh no! I see some.
But he been out probably since. If it went 2010, it was probably 2011, if not 12.
Yeah, the oldest thing I saw on Spotify was like 2010, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, so he's been out since then. Yeah,
I think that was the oldest thing I saw. Now I'm just seeing 16, 17, 18, 19.
One thing about it, as far as Young Dolph go, you probably didn't hear too much about him because he was one of those people. Not only him, but as far as him running his record label, PRE, he was kind of, people would say, blackballed because of the way he was running his stuff, because he owned ownership, preaching ownership. Don't no record labels want to hear you talking ownership to a bunch of young and upcoming rappers talking about owning their masters and them not. Come on,
he was like, you don't need no label. You don't need no label. Like, cause I listened. Like, I'm a lyricist, so I listened to the lyrics, and like I was just like, it's so funny because I was like, man, he is all over the place, but he making sense. Cause like I can tell he raps about what he know about. Like, like the life that he lived before rap, And I'm just like, I get it, Why rap about shit you don't know about? This is what you know, rap about it. I don't blame you. So like I guess like he just wasn't on my radar at the time he came out. So I just never caught on to him. And I was like, wow, I missed out on something.
His recent artist, Key Glock, he recently dropped the album called Yellow Tape 2. He has no features on there. No features. And the features he do have is him featuring himself from a different name, though. I mean, it's like, but that album, top of Billboard, I think it's number 7 in top 200 Billboard. I think it's number 1 in rap Billboard. So basically, they still getting their music out here because they have a fan base. They have a dedicated fan base. I think, if I'm not mistaken, none of them independently sold under 30,000 units, especially Young Dolph. So that tells you a lot, just what they doing and what they able to do without having to push from the industry.
Yo.
Or they rap peers. Because you know how a lot of rappers will say, yo, go get such and such album. Think about Drake. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, as far as the push.
No, but I see why I didn't listen to his music because of all of what you just said. like what nobody like pumping him up, when nobody else pumping him up like that. As far as like other artists, like hey, and then also what controversies has he had? Has he been to jail?
No,
he got
I know of, no.
See, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, there's no headlines about him. Like,
I mean, it's
as
been
far
headlines,
as, like,
but I'm not even gonna jump into this.
No, you know what I mean. It's like there's been no headlines as far as like shit that could have ruined his career, or like him just doing wild ass shit to women. Like, there's no shit like that out there.
None of that.
So therefore, yeah. So like, I never heard anything bad about him. So, cause like, it's plenty of rappers I can name that I'll be like, I don't listen to their music, but I can tell you a controversy about them. I can tell you somebody they fucked. You know what I mean? Cause like that's how they put. He ain't have himself out there like that. He was about his business. And when you about your business, you know, you don't be out there in them streets and in them headlines and on the blogs, and you know. Not that that's the shit I consume, but it's a trickle down effect. If something popping on all circuits, eventually it's gonna get to your ears because it's popping on all circuits. Versus like if somebody popping in a circuit that you don't even know anything about, like you're not gonna hear about it.
I mean, just instance talking to somebody like me and you, especially somebody like me saying civilians. Dolph was somebody who did talk about the streets or whatnot, but I didn't listen to him pertaining to the streets. I listened to him talking about ways of making it out of poverty, ways of building, back and building up your community and giving people jobs in your community and your family. He talked about all type of things besides drugs and whatever everybody else might be talking about or whatnot. He talked about a bunch of different things that was about building up your people that look like him and everything as far as his community or whatnot. So there's reasons I don't listen to him. I know.
Yeah, I heard that all throughout his music because I ain't just like listening to 2 or 3 songs. Like, no, I was listening to him for a good 16, maybe 20 minutes. You know what I mean? That's a good couple songs. You know, it's not just it's not just like, oh, you listen to 2 songs and you made a judgment. No, I was listening because I want to hear what he's saying. I'm dissecting the flow, the cadences. I'm listening to what he's talking about, listening to the beats. You know what I mean? I listen to music in a totally different way than just being like, I don't like this song. You know, because a lot of people be like that. I don't like this song. You be like, why? And they can't even tell you why because they don't. What are you listening to when you listen to the song that you don't like about it? I can tell you exactly why I don't like certain songs. And sometimes it's something stupid, but it's just like, man. Especially like them 2000s music, like when you go back and really listen to them beats, it's like they garbage compared to the shit that we got now.
And I think that's another thing I enjoyed about Young Dolph. He had a lot of that old style as far as Memphis type of music and his sound. It has a lot of that
truly a Southern
MAFIA
rapper
type of old style and sound, and that's another thing I really enjoyed about him. Another thing was that he wasn't somebody who jumped on a lot of other rappers. He wasn't like, I'm on this rapper's, I ain't gonna say DICK, but he wasn't basically saying, this is my favorite rapper, this is my favorite rapper, or this rapper wasn't basically bouncing for him or whatnot. So that's why I was saying, as far as the independent and being blackballed, you ain't see a bunch of rappers saying, go buy his album, or go do this and the third. But he
don't want leaders. They want followers.
Yeah. They want followers.
They want followers. They want people that's just gonna influence the masses to do negative shit, like influence people to stay consumers. They don't want people to become the entrepreneurs. They don't want people to become the companies. Like I said, to me, one thing that makes me angry about hip hop is the fact that Black people don't own it. And what I mean own it is we don't own the fucking record labels. We don't make the money. We invented this shit. How are we letting these people have a hand in our shit that we invented?
And that was a thing that was really dangerous about Young Dolph, because that's what he was pushing, the independence. He was somebody that was on that verge of becoming that Birdman, that Master P. It's a lot of South artists that are able to do that. especially pushing that whole distribution deal with a record label by saying, no, give me 80% and you take 10%, take 20%. Let me bring in majority of the income and own my stuff. And that's what Birdman and Master P did, and those are South artists. Not saying nothing about like New York artists or West Coast artists or whatnot, but those
we from the South.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We
Those
talking about
particular
something.
artists did that. And it's a
Right.
lot of other South artists that continue to start doing stuff like that. You got your Young Thugs out here that are starting to push things like that with him building up this YSL or whatnot, bringing in his family, starting to build a whole like record label type of thing. So that's down South artists, and you see that a lot with down South artists. I'm just saying. But
yeah, they don't want people to, they don't want that independency, and I'm just like, really, it just makes me angry that more people aren't like this. Like, why are we allowing people to touch our money? We the artists, we the creators, we marketing to ourselves. Why are we allowing them to tell us what we can market to our own people?
True. And that's why I listen to certain artists like Young Dolph, and I think the message wasn't being pushed as far as the things you was talking about, like what he was doing with his neighborhood or whatnot, or popular things as far as everything you probably gonna not hear about now, but the things you was hearing about before he passed away was the drugs or this and the third. Not, oh, he pushing entrepreneurship. He pushing independence. He talking about the poverty in the neighborhood and rebuilding certain things in the neighborhood and putting the people back in the neighborhood to have jobs or whatnot. They not talking about that type of things. Now you're going to hear about those type of things, though. Not only that, the things he did for his kids. And I know he did all those type of things as far as if something was to happen to him, he'll have his masters or certain things going to his kids. But I heard something recently where he owned over 100 properties and would buy a home for his children every year for their birthdays. So that's like, that's generational wealth. Once again, having his kids, having their kids, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the type of thing that I know about Young Dolph. And I've been seeing about Young Dolph.
They don't want, I was about to start talking like, yay, I watched it. I watched the other half of it. But no, he's right. They don't want 10 Kanye's out here. They don't want billionaires. They don't want how many black billionaires are they about to allow? Because think about, I know this sounds crazy and it's gonna go to some real conspiracy shit, but like, so one of the first black billionaires was who? Bill Cosby. Look at what they did to him. Look at how they disgraced him and took his money. They took his money because he was not going to plead guilty to that shit, and they knew he was too proud to. They said, "Give me that money." They took that.
I still got some questions and things, but we on Dolph right now. We gonna stick with Dolph right now. We playing respect to Dolph and what's going on with Dolph right now. We talking
I'm
Dolph.
just saying.
We'll get to I don't know. I done read some things and I'm still like, as far as that go, but as far as Dolph.
I mean, but you don't, like I said, no, I'm just saying, like, Dolph was on his way. The point I was trying to make is not about the verdict. The point I'm trying to make is that how many more billionaires are they gonna let in? Because now you got Jay-Z, now you got Kanye, black billionaires. How many more black billionaires, especially ones that are not cooperating with the agenda, with the not going with the program? Because I mean, we got Oprah, but look at what she do.
One of my favorite Dolph albums is Thinking Out Loud. One of my favorite songs from Young Dolph is While You Here. One of my favorite features from Dolph is Young Thug song, Never Had It. And I guess I add this as a bonus. One of my favorite albums from him, and this one he got with Key Glock, is Dumber and Dumber. That's one of my favorite. I ain't gonna say it's a compilation album. It's only him and Key Glock on that album. The whole album, no features. Just once again saying how they roll and the way they was. You could artists are showing love to them, of course. since he passed away or whatnot. But there's a lot of artists that did mess with him while he was here. The thing about it is, he just wasn't that type of artist to say, yo, I want this feature on here. I want this. He was just I'm going to put my artist on here.
That's how you supposed to do. If you trying to build up your, because let's look at all the failed record labels built by rappers that went nowhere. Because, like, were they building up their people? Were they people even strong enough to survive on their own? St. Lunatics, DTP. I mean,
St. Lunatics.
They were a group. I wouldn't say. I said, were they strong enough to even survive on their own? I mean, the only one that broke off on their own was Murphy Lee, and I mean,
I give you DTP. But
realize how young Murphy Lee was. Like, that shit blew my mind when I found that out. I was like, wait, what? Because I thought he was older for some reason. But like,
I'll come back to that. Yeah. Because I want to ask something. Because I can counter it, but yeah. I seen some No Limit Larry posted, and it was like 5 wealth lessons from Young Dolph. I ain't gonna go into detail about them, but I'm gonna just say the name of the 5 wealth lessons that he basically had was: regular job is the slowest way to wealth. Your network is your net worth. Be a CEO first. Invest, impress. Basically, greater than invest. Own or be owned.
True that.
Like, so you talking about an artist? Yeah, I'm listening to this artist. This is the artist I used to listen to. I mean, not used to listen to, but this was the artist that I was listening to. And I guess my next question would be to say, well, not question. Well, yeah, it is a question. If when you get some type of fame, is the most dangerous place being where you from?
It seemed like it. Because, bruh. I mean, it seemed like it, because it's like, I guess because people know you, and then people envy you. Like, they be like, that was supposed to be me, or feel like they supposed to be in your spot, and some people just snap and just.
And it's so common with us, and I'm gonna say us, because as rappers, that's us, that's our community, that's what we done came up on or whatnot. You talking about, and rest in peace and condolences to Nipsey Hussle, who died in his community. Rest in peace and condolences to Mo 3, who died in his hometown. It's like continuing, and then it's like, it's just crazy, man. And it's like, when you get some type of fame, or you trying to get some type, not even gonna say notoriety, but it's like, you want to go back, especially what I was saying recently about your as far as helping your community out. Yeah,
you're supposed to go back. Yeah. You're supposed to go back and lift up your fellow people. That's what you're supposed to do.
And then you had this whole notion about people saying stuff about when you go back and you got armed security all around you, or somebody run up on you like, oh, he ain't want no picture with me or nothing. Man, what you talk? Look at what's going on. It's like,
all right.
And you never know what somebody's agenda is, especially now these days. And so the whole notion about, I guess, I ain't trying to bring 50 in this or nothing, but it was an old thing. You remember way back when they used to have it, when he first came out, and it was like, I ain't necessarily saying he said F the hood, but it was like, I know what's there when I go back to the hood. I know what's there waiting for me. And you said that notion of saying, oh, these rappers can't go back to hood, or you can't go back to your old spot or whatnot. But look at what's, like, that's what's waiting on you.
Right. Yeah. And it's sad.
I'm not even going to say just rappers. It's just fame. Any type of, you doing anything that's outside of the comfort zone of people that's from your neighborhood, it's like, nah.
Small mind, small town thinking, crabs in the barrel. You know, they always talk about the crabs in the barrel. They always use that as a thing, like, but they blame the crabs, and it's not the crab's fault. A barrel is not a home for a crab. That's not the proper environment. So when you put in improper environments, you only reacting to the environment that you put in. And that's why everybody want to be like, but you created the hood. We did not create the hood. Redlining did that, which is still existing.
And when you create poverty, everybody just in that same position over and over and over. And you talking about a town like Memphis, small, just like certain communities we done came from or whatnot, just small towns where it ain't a lot going on or whatnot. And you got people that actually make it out, and it's like, whoa. My thing is, what happened to the motivation from looking at people that do that? It's like, yo, well, he can do that. I know we can do this, or this person.
Because people don't believe they can do it.
It's
just
like,
they see somebody else do it, and they just be like, they had to do something to get there. Who did they take? Bribe? Like they never think that you did it with your own willpower. It's always who dick you sucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always there.
Because I just don't understand why it can't be looked at as just motivation. That's my whole thing. It's just like, damn. Especially coming from a small town, it's like, if they can do it, we can do this. And it's like, sure. Because whatever's happening is like we doing it to each other. Like,
exactly.
But definitely shout out Young Dolph, man, and his family. Condolences, and once again, rest in peace to Young Dolph. Sad situation, man, and I just hate hearing these situations because one thing about it is, even pertaining to the Biggies and the Tupacs, it's just so common nowadays. That's the thing, especially with rappers. It's too common nowadays. It's too common. You hear it too often now.
Yeah.
Man. Once again, though, rest in peace to Young Dolph and condolences to his family, man. And just prayers over everybody in Memphis.
Sure.
I guess the next thing I want to jump into, we do have something going on as far as, I guess this would be the next thing I should jump into since we are talking about this. Soulja Boy. The antics versus the talent. Because it was something recently that happened pertaining to the whole Dolph situation where he did something as far as a song, and it was like, there was no reason to do whatever you was doing or whatnot. Even if you wasn't pertaining to the situation or you didn't care about the situation, what everybody be saying is be quiet. Just be quiet, leave the situation alone or whatnot. But it's not even with just this, it's like, if something was to happen with him, and that's my thing even bringing him up, if something happened to him, it's like, then what? Are we cheering on as far as this behavior? Because it's been funny for a minute. It have been. I was laughing at him for what he been doing recently as far as the yelling or whatnot. But
this ain't recent though. This is been Soulja Boy day one. Because when he was with the whole him and Ice-T beef, like Soulja was trolling. He was a child. And he's still up to his childish antics. Doing the same shit, trolling, getting people emotions riled up. If we ignored him, it's really that easy, but people can't ignore it because they want to keep entertaining me. And I'm just like, I never entertained it, none of it.
I guess that's
I watched, the most I entertained was watching him and Bow Wow talk shit to each other and whatever. That was it. I've never entertained Soulja Boy.
But the whole
when
thing
I was
with
younger,
I'm the first rapper for this and that. That's cool. I don't like that. That's just the that's funny things, entertainment, doing what you do. But the whole thing with just the extra stuff, as far as seeming like you calling somebody out or like you done had something happen, it's like that's extra. And then you had this whole situation happen where you've been pulled off a tour, even though you still might get paid for it. It was like it was uncalled for. It was no reason behind it, man. It's like you said, you had fans paying for your show, and now they're not going to even see you at these 2 shows that you about to miss. And it's like, what's the point of what you doing? These antics that you pulling or whatnot can go overboard.
He ain't got nobody in his ear. He ain't got nobody in his ear to tell him real shit. He probably got a bunch of yes people around him that's been yesing him since he was 15? Yeah. Keep going.
Ask for
no.
Be careful. And I want to say another thing, even pertaining to that. Do we as the fans, do we take blame for them type of situations?
People take blame for entertaining it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
as far as like when something happens to an individual, but you've been entertaining it as fans, like we've been like, yo, that song was hard, or that what he's saying is funny, just keeping the entertainment going until something happened to one individual or both individuals, then it's like, damn.
yeah, yes,
stupid.
because
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
the fans calling the individual stupid, but we was going along with it. So it's like,
yes, you are to blame. Anybody that entertains it is to blame. Yes, that's just like, and I hate to even bring this up, but that's just like the whole. There's not one person to blame for the Travis Scott thing because it was the way the stage was set up. And the amount of space, they didn't have enough space for the amount of people that was there. But then people pushing and trying to get this and hitting people and pulling people down, that was not helping the situation either. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? Like, they're victims to the own shit that you're doing. You become a victim of the own shit, to the shit that you entertain. I just say ignore it. I mean, if
that's it. If we
ignore
it. But I know we can't because that's what your attention span go to as far as whatever's entertaining.
I don't pay that shit. But I ain't paying it.
When I say Soulja Boy, the antics versus the talent, the dude is talented. It's like you don't have to do none of the stuff you're doing to get the attention that you want because the attention pertaining to your music. What's that song he recently had with?
Ain't this the same thing? Everybody keep yelling at Lizzo.
Yeah,
ain't this the same thing?
But
ain't this the same thing?
It's not the same thing because
because everybody keeps telling Lizzo.
It's not like overboard as far as like
ain't this the same thing?
Something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, but they tell Chloe Bailey the same thing too. Your antics. Sit down. You too talented. I mean, it's true though, but all of this, what they're doing is for attention. The more attention they get, the relevant they are. They trending the likes. I mean, I don't know if that's what they're addicted to, and I don't want to put that on them. I
think the name of the song was "She Make It Clap" or something like the clap song he had, Soulja Boy. That's
whatever
talent.
That was.
Like you able to come up with these things that ain't got nothing to do with coming at somebody or dissing somebody or nothing like that. That's just natural talent. The whole Soulja Boy video game. If you actually put your mind to it, he probably can do something like that because I always done seen him doing something with video games or whatnot. So it's like, oh, that's the whole thing with antics versus talent. It's like
he wasted, but that's the same thing people say to Lil Nas X too. Like, why are you trolling when you can be putting that energy into doing something else? I mean, I'm just bringing people up. I'm just bringing other people up, but I get what you're saying 100% too.
Before we knew Lil Nas X was gay, Old Town Road was a popular song. When I first heard it on the radio, I'm like, this beating with this little country sound in the back.
Exactly.
I was like, it just beat. So I'm just saying, though, I got what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like the antics was never needed, dude. I don't get why any celebrity does shit for like that. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. I guess they, like I said, it's all about relevancy, likes. I don't know if they get sponsorships from this. I don't know what they want.
But I don't feel like they bring in extra fun. I don't know. Maybe it does bring in extra funds. I don't know. I just feel like they're talented enough to not need none of that.
That's my argument too. And it's not like a just shut up and make music. It's like
it ain't nothing like that.
You can show your personality without whatever this is that you call it.
Before we go to anything else, I want to say shout out to anybody that's checking us out on Twitch or YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe. If you follow me on Twitch, definitely follow me. The next thing I want to jump into, before I jump back into some music, because I feel like we've been on music for a little minute. Movies. I had someone to ask. I feel like better motivation and talking to characters, just uplifting characters and bringing them back from being like, if they was like this down character or they feel like they couldn't make it or whatnot, I feel like it's two people that I feel like could talk to you in real life too, but they play these roles in movies. Denzel Washington, Coach
But
Boone
I knew that was gonna be what.
versus Morgan Freeman's Joe Clark.
This, okay. First of all, Remember the Titans is one of my favorite movies.
It is.
I watched.
Like I said, that's what.
Yes, man.
One of my favorites. But I'm saying you got these two phenomenal, not only the characters they play, but phenomenal actors. And you feel like in real life, if they talking to you, like nigga, I'm have to. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta get it together. You smoke crack, don't you, boy? Do you? No, you're killing me, Petey.
Right.
I'm gonna do this. I can do this. Who you got, man? Who you got?
Coach Boone. Remember the Titans, man.
Okay.
Man, that movie, like he played that part. I mean, he played every part that he get, but like that particular part, I feel like he touched me, man.
I'm gonna have to agree. It's Denzel Washington, man. Even him in Training Day, I wanted to believe the whole movie when I first watched. Nah, it's something going on to the end. He got some other plan going on. He ain't this bad guy. Even when the white dude is in the damn bathtub, he been set up. I still said, nah. He still, it's something not right. He still gonna help. So Coach Boone, when he running them out in the woods or whatnot, he wake them up early, running them out in the woods, and then he explaining it to him. Nigga, I'm out there with y'all listening to this nigga. Like, man, we gotta watch this together, man.
Right?
We gotta get it together.
Right?
We can do this, man. We can get this together. For real though. So yeah, Denzel, man, Denzel. But I ain't gonna take nothing away from Morgan Freeman and what he did, man.
Yeah, man.
Especially kicking everybody out on the stage. You see all these people up here? But it's just not the same way as Denzel. Denzel, man.
Man, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Coach Boone. Y'all let me know in the comment section who y'all got. Coach Boone, Denzel Washington's Coach Boone, or Morgan Freeman's Joe Clark. Who you gonna listen to? Who gonna get you pumped and motivated? I mean, you out here, you in the streets, or you out here struggling with your grades? You might be out here like you ain't trying to go to work. You ain't trying to take care of your kids. Who that person gonna get you right?
Man, even Denzel and the Great Debaters, like.
I ain't never really catch that one. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't really catch that one.
I say it's a good watch one time. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but like I don't think anybody in that movie is their best movie. But like the movie, I don't know. It's a good history.
That's Denzel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I asked you got a topic you want to come up with before I go to my next one.
Oh, if you want to stay on movies, we could talk about the whole soundtrack thing.
Okay.
Like sound, because the reason I brought this up because the whole Halle Berry, Cardi B executive producing Bruise, and that was the first. This is the first soundtrack that is executive produced by women, and there are only women on these tracks. And I was like, that's never been done before. And I was like, wow, I never even thought about it.
I ain't tell you about this, did I? I think I did. I can't remember if I told you about that. I think
you told me about the movie.
I might have mentioned the movie. You
mentioned the movie.
Okay, I got you.
And I looked the movie up, and then that's how I came across the soundtrack. And I was like, what? Well, and then also Halle Berry called Cardi B the queen of hip hop.
I was about to say that.
People was in the uproar, and I was like, y'all really think Halle Berry knows something about some hip hop? Like,
I mean, maybe she do. How you know? Okay. What's your
nah.
I mean, isn't any movie soundtracks out like in these days recently that something came out that?
Okay, this is recent, but it's recent-ish. Black Panther, that was a big soundtrack.
Okay.
They said the soundtrack to what was that? Suicide Squad. They said that one did well. I know that's not recent, and I know that's a bunch of different genres, but they were saying because it was more of a hip hop based soundtrack, it did well. It did better than other like superhero movie soundtracks. Like they were trying to figure out like, why is this better? It was because they included way more hip hop than any of them have ever done.
I'm saying though,
but like I don't think soundtracks. I've never been like, oh, I gotta hear the soundtrack to that movie until like Black Panther, and that's because of Kendrick Lamar. And then when I listened to it, I was like,
what about older soundtracks though?
But them older ones.
Yeah, see, that's the
like I remember my mama used to buy soundtracks to movies. Like we had the CDs to movies, like Romeo Must Die. Like that one had
oh man.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. Wasn't that one straight produced by Timbaland?
Yes.
Okay. I thought
yes.
so. Oh
yes.
man.
And then like you want to go back to the 90s, you got Soul Food, Waiting to Excel, Set It Off.
I know, like I said Belly. Of course, Belly.
Yeah.
Man. You said what's
man.
the name? I couldn't forget the other one. I thought about another one when you said the one you just said. It can't come to mind right now, man. I'm gonna say one that I don't think you think would thought of, but I would say New Jersey Drive. I like this soundtrack.
First of all, I didn't know that movie existed until until I was dating this guy and he showed me the movie. I was like, I ain't never heard of this. I've never seen the trailer.
It's not like a big movie, but
he was from New Jersey. He was from New Jersey, so he wanted to show me the movie. Okay. And then I was like, so wait, they really used to steal cars like that? He said, what? Yeah, that's where my parents used to have like the little bar. Yes, that's where he's from.
Yes.
He was like, yeah.
Do he know this though? And ask him this. Well,
I'll talk to you though.
I'm about to say this something though. I was gonna say, but do you know this though? I'm gonna say my bad. I don't think that movie was filmed in New Jersey.
I don't know. My husband has a friend that's from Newark too, so but I
don't think it was filmed in New Jersey. You can look it up though, but I don't think it was filmed in New Jersey. But yes, carjacking in Newark. Yes.
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 I was like, wait, something. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, my parents, because I was like, I always wondered why his parents were so paranoid. I was like, oh, in North Carolina, don't know how you doing shit like. He was like, we from New Jersey. Yes, the hell they did. It's like, wow.
What made me think about that soundtrack though was Queen Latifah got a song on there, being that she from New Jersey, and she got a song on there that I really like. Yeah. I wish I could go back and I wish I could remember the one I was thinking about, but I'll come back to it if I think about it.
Oh, I know you said something in the chat.
I said something?
Yeah, because you had mentioned something in the chat when I had sent you this topic.
The movie soundtrack topic?
Yeah.
I know I said Belly. I forgot. I might have said another one, but I know I said Belly. I probably said Set It Off.
Oh, I think you... Yeah, you said Set It Off.
Yeah, that's probably what I said. Because I remember the song playing in that one scene. And then, you got Brandy at the end.
Man, that song.
Yeah, I know
that song.
I say, hey, that's that fight. Damn, she said they're crying at the end of the bed. Hey, we all sitting there hurting. We hurting.
Yeah.
I had something I had with that too, but I'm gonna bring it up probably the next time because I feel like it went right for this situation. For this time because of the situation and whatnot. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna jump back into music. Let's talk about our boy. It's our hometown boy, the baby. How we feeling about? I mean, we're gonna talk about the music too, but another thing with him, music, antics, How we feeling about the Maybe's new mixtape? And you think his recent stunt with his baby mother was to promote his new mixtape? Well, with the mother of his child, not saying baby mother, I like to say the mother of his child.
I feel like somebody on his team is just like all precious good press with some shit. I don't know if he really wanted that shit to be out there like that, but also recording it was for his safety.
Yeah.
Because she could say whatever, and it's sad. It's the South. They usually take women's side. Just saying.
Not even that.
So
you know, it's him and what he done had going on, but not just that. It's having the whole situation come down where dude hitting a woman. You know, if it wouldn't have been no video or nothing, and something would have came out here a whole bunch of this, it would.
Hold on. Pause. That video of that football player.
Hey, let's stick to this right quick.
We can get to that later. I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't mean to laugh. That's a nervous laugh. I'm not laughing at their situation. When I don't know what to do, I laugh. All right, but yeah, back to the baby. Man, all I can say about that situation is there's two people that need to mature because there's a child in their presence. That's all they see. No, I ain't gonna speak on nothing else about their relationship because there's shit that we don't know and that we didn't see. All I'm saying is grow the fuck up.
That's it. My whole thing with the whole situation is I know why
stop
he was going
trying to be with each other.
Like you said, he was going live to protect himself. Other than that, no matter what's going on, he got a baby with her now. That's it. You got a baby with her.
You got to co-parent.
Yeah, that's it. You got to
stop bringing her to the house. Stop. They need to learn to co-parent and not touch each other. Period.
I don't care what nobody say, man. You gotta respect the mother of your child, man. Especially on some online situations of saying whatever he said about her when that child grow up, and if he have to see that, it's like question like, dang, you said that about my mom? Like, it's like you have
Bruh. You have to, because this woman put her life on the line to bring forth your child. Whether or not you asked for it, whether or not you want it, you have to respect her. But also in the same breath,
oh yeah,
child.
No, we go.
You need to get your shit together, woman.
Yes, man.
And be a woman.
Independency. Come on, man. You got a child, bro. Take care. Like,
yeah, you can't.
Somebody's kicking out and whatnot, man.
We don't know what she said and what she did before that camera went on.
Dude talking about protecting himself. Some people talking about where he could have left. So you want him to leave his property and leave her there to do whatever she want to do in his property? No. Because I heard people say, why you just leave? No.
Okay. A level-headed man would have left and came back the next morning. But as you see, she did not. He said leave, but she said no. That's where she fucked up. She should have got her shit and left.
I'm not gonna leave. That's what I'm saying.
I've never been kicked out of a dude's house. No, I've never been kicked out of a dude's house. But if a dude would ever tell me to leave, I'm gonna get my shit and I'm gonna leave.
Now,
you don't have to. I'm not gonna make a scene.
I don't think he would have kicked out his child. I'm gonna say I'm not kicking out my child. Not going nowhere. My child not going nowhere. I'm not kicking my child out, man. As a mother, I wouldn't expect her to leave her child though. I'm gonna say that. Mm-hmm. But she definitely should have known the situation she was dealing with before having a child with the baby. Let's just be clear.
I mean,
Yellowbone. And I'm not being funny when I say that, but that's what she said. Because I feel like she did feel like she felt the type of way about herself when she made that comment.
She did.
Like, I feel like she felt the way about that. Like, she was like, yeah, he want to be with me over his other baby, blah, 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 whatnot. But pertaining to the child, they both need to get it together as far as the online shit, as far as assault, domestic, all that type of stuff.
They need to go to mediation and they need to get some type of custody situation drawn up. And Boom. That's what the fuck they need to grow the fuck up. They need to go ahead, get some legal papers on who has custody at what time and all that shit. And then they need to only talk to each other about that child because there's nothing fucking else that they need to discuss.
And I'm talking about this because I'm doing what I'm doing. I have a show. We talk about media things. We talk about things going on. I do not kind of understand, though, why this was so popular. At the same time, I do understand why this was so popular because people probably done been through these situations. People have seen these situations. People have... this was probably flashbacks of people, like, especially with looking at it from the woman's side, looking at it from his side. It's like, yeah, I get it.
Bruh. That shit would have never happened in my situation because all I would... Look, dude be like, get the fuck out. If I would have called my sister, he might as well call. If I would have called my sister, he might as well have called the police at that point. Because my family don't play about me. My family don't play about me.
What about the music? Did you hear his mixtape?
No, I didn't even. I didn't even want to hear nothing. I didn't want to hear his voice. I was so tired of hearing.
If I'm not mistaken, he dropped the mixtape before this happened.
I didn't give it a listen.
It's something back on my baby Jesus. What's the name? I think.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about it. When you said the title, it rang a bell. I heard about it, but I ain't listened. And it's not that I was holding anything against him. It's just like I don't know. It just it just wasn't something that I was like, let me run and listen to this right now. I mean, eventually, you know.
Listen to it. My opinion. It's a mixtape, so I'm gonna give him that. It's a mixtape. I feel like he kind of need to switch it up beat wise. I feel like a lot of those beats on this mixtape were sounding the same. Some of these beats were sounding the same. I feel like he need to kind of switch it up as far as his style. I feel like he done this a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, he done dropped 3 albums. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But if I'm not mistaken, he done dropped 3 albums. But I think he kind of need to switch the style up as far as his beats. If this is, I'm not no expert. I'm not out here selling records. So if this was making him sell records, if this was popular to his fans, I need to shut up. I'm just saying because, hey, I'm just saying me being a fan.
But ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, I'm just saying me being a fan of him, I would like to hear him switch it up. My opinion.
And that's what I'm about to say. From most people I heard that listen to him have said the same thing, is he need to switch it up. Like I said, I don't have an opinion because I haven't listened to enough of his work to even have an opinion. I've heard a couple songs, but like, I don't know. It's just something about his energy that I'm just like, I don't care to listen. It takes a lot for me to listen to and it doesn't mean new, but like somebody that's new to me, it takes a lot for me to actually listen to them. And most of the time it's a recommendation from a person because it's like, if you recommended me something, that means that it has some type of emotional attachment to you. Then I want to hear what you hear. You know, what made you get attached to this? Because like y'all recommended, I never went out my way to listen to Tyler the Creator until y'all said go listen to Tyler Creator because he got it. And I was like, okay, DJ Drama, I listen, you know, because like that's some I didn't listen to plenty shit. And then when it hit, I was like, oh damn, Tyler.
It was that, I think the reason I recommended it because of the whole DJ Drama thing. Yeah. What made me listen to him was he was a feature on a Pusha T song. And I was like, listen to him. And it started, I think he had a group called Odd World or something like that. He got some other people that I think do solo projects or whatnot, but him in particular, talent. That's another person. But he, talent-wise, he don't do antics or whatnot. When he do stuff, but you could tell he doing it on purpose. You could tell he do his stuff on purpose. He not looking for like, extra attention. Yes. He doing it on purpose.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm about to say. When his antics hit, it's like, okay.
He did a freestyle on Funk Flex. I would just say, check it out. I would. Right. I think, matter of fact, if you get a chance, we'll do a reaction to it. I'm telling you. Because if you know how, it's over the top. It's extra. Okay.
I mean, that's him, though. If he ain't being extra, then who is he being?
It's just the shit he's saying. It's what he's saying.
That's what they always try to cancel him for, is the shit he's saying. And I'm like, just you can tell that like that's just his mind. It's not like he about to, you know what I mean? He has a strange mind. Like you can tell. Cause it's like I'm like, where I love it. It's artistic.
Pertaining to music, we have a new VERZUZ that's coming out, and that's December 2nd. 3-6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony. Honestly, I feel like this is a good one. I did not think about this at all. I didn't.
Yeah, because I was just like, when I first heard it, I was like,
yeah, I was sitting there like, okay, yeah.
Okay,
I started thinking about it.
Yeah, because I was just like, hold on, wait, what? And I was like, okay, yeah.
I talked about this at work though. I feel like I was more leaning towards 3-6 Mafia. The thing about it is, Bone Thugs and Harmony have 2 songs, Biggie Smalls and Tupac, and I like both of them songs. I forgot about them too.
Bruh.
I forgot about them, and I said, "Oh my gosh, man,
bruh." Yeah, those
especially
are like 2 of my favorite. Oh my god, that is, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, this gonna be a good one though.
Whew,
But they do got them 2. Them juggernauts, both of them songs.
They are. They
So
really
what
are.
you feel like 3-6 Mafia? I mean, yeah, 3-6 Mafia could throw at them 2 songs in particular. Those 2.
Those, no, I don't think anything. This is like spades. You better throw out that weak card.
I'm gonna say at least one. I'm gonna get on one, and it's a 3-6 Mafia featuring. I'm gonna say UGK sipping on scissor. I'm gonna get on that one.
You're right.
UGK
You're right.
with the UGK feature.
You're right.
Pimp C verse.
You made me just think about. Let me see your tongue ring. Let me see your tongue ring. Is it rusty?
Oh.
I don't know. Cause like scissor and then tongue ring. Those was on the same album.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I immediately went to that song too.
Yeah. And that might be the difference between this too, because I can listen to like a 3-6 Mafia album, a couple albums, more than I can go listen to a Bone Thugs and Harmony full out album. Especially today. Honestly.
I don't know if it's because we from the South, but I mean, I got mad respect for Bone Thugs, though. But like, you know, like it's being a Southern person and listening to Southern music, like it's different.
This,
you know,
even with the 2 songs I'm talking about with Biggie and Tupac,
yeah,
this could turn into a situation though, like a Locks Dipset. Of course, no, not them jumping out there like that, but I'm saying musically though, because that production from 3-6, man. The production. DJ Paul, Juicy J.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can play them Project Pat solo tracks. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I'm watching. I don't. You done made me rethinking because I was like 3-6-2 and then
you talking about the 2 songs?
Yeah, it's just like those are epic. Those are epic songs.
That Biggie one?
Mm-hmm.
That Biggie one is crazy.
Biggie. It's Brown and Biggie.
That's crazy, that beat.
Yes. Armed and dangerous.
Y'all gotta let me know in the live chat. Y'all let me know in the comment section who y'all got. I'm still saying 3-6. My opinion, I'm going 3-6.
But I'm just going to enjoy the show. I'm just going to enjoy it.
Come on now, who you gonna get? Come on now, who you gonna? Because I know it's the first of the month. Wake up, I know.
I mean, to me, like I would, if I had a choice to listen to one or the other, I'm choosing 3-6.
They come out there, slap on my knob. Oh my God. And I will be live streaming. I will be live streaming it. I'm gonna tell you.
I remember the first time I heard that song. I remember where I was at. I remember who I was with, and I was just like, What are we listening to? Oh my God, they letting them say that?
See, that song like that, even with you mentioning tongue ring, them type of songs, that could take over. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm going 3-6. Them songs will take over.
Oh, yes.
Y'all definitely let me know in the comment section, man, which one y'all got, man. Bone Thugs or y'all got 3-6? I guess before I jump into my next one, who you got? As far as topic.
Did I have another topic? Oh, we didn't talk about Summer Walker last time.
Okay, I ain't sitting here saying I listen to that, but being that I'm doing what we doing as far as media or whatnot, I am checking out other music or whatnot, and I did check out a little bit of it. You go ahead, you lead this one, because you lead this.
First of all, what's the name of the album? Still Over It.
Okay. And this is her debut album, right?
No, Over It was her debut album.
You sure?
No,
hey, I might be
no, this was not her debut album. This was not.
Hey, we gonna see. Y'all let me know. Is this Summer Walker's debut album?
No, she just had one not last year, but
that might have been a mixtape or EP.
2000. No, that, bruh. It's not even like her debut album. It's just her breakout album was Over, and then her latest album is Still Over.
Okay.
So Over It is the one that she did where it was all London on the Track Productions. This is when they
studio album. So it might be. It might be. Y'all let me know though, cause I don't know.
The internet is correct. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, yeah.
If I'm leading, you gotta trust me.
I got you. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
So anyway, yeah, the first one, Over It was all London on the Track Productions, and this when they was in a relationship. So like, she was talking about stuff, and I feel like Over It was since it was so heavily produced by London, it was, to me, it just, everything felt the same. To me, it's a lot of people that say they like it, they love it, it's their favorite, they like this song. I tried to listen to it twice, and I just was like,
album heard talking about like breakups or whatnot. And I don't even mean to say it like that.
Like I said, I didn't care for it, so like I can't even really. It was just a lot of lovey-dovey, smashing,
Okay.
I mean, I guess she was talking about breakup stuff too. This Still Over It is just like the journey of her relationship with London on the Track. Like she literally went through each part, and she hold nothing back. And I'm glad she did. And she talked her shit on every track. She brought other people in it that was in a relationship. Like she talked about the other baby mama that gave her trouble.
Okay.
She talked about, like, man, she went in. One of my favorite songs is Unloyal. And Ari Lennox is on that track. She's one of my favorite R&B, contemporary R&B singers.
Okay. What they talking about on it? I mean, I hear the name of it, but is it friendships or relationships or the whole time?
All of this is relationship, breakup. Okay. This is all of it, man. But yeah,
so Still Over It is basically fuck that nigga.
Boom.
I mean, it's what it sounds like.
Boom. She had to get, like, bruh, I wish I would have did this shit. Like, I guess because, like, when the shit was fresh for me, I couldn't put that shit in the words. But, like, now that I'm older, I'm like, I can articulate this shit real good. So get ready.
So going in, I'm going to say this. Production, what I was hearing, it sounds good. I'm gonna be honest, it sounds very good. I seen she had some features from Lil Durk. What else she got on there?
She has SZA. I like that track too. She got JT from the City Girls.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Pharrell, Omarion, and
Okay.
then
See, I gotta see, you giving me vibes because I haven't listened to R&B singer in particular, a female R&B singer in a long time besides Lauryn Hill, Aaliyah, going back listening to like Missy Elliott, like these type of female artists. I don't listen to the newer ones like that.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't catch my attention like that. Maybe SZA. And SZA not. Do SZA rap or she? What's her name? Because I recently listened to.
SZA just has it's the way she's delivering her lyrics that has more of a rhythmic cadence that kind of sounds like rapping, but she's still singing.
Okay.
So and I like that style. I mean, it ain't like she the first person to do it, but you know, like it's a thing, and I like it. I mean, she perfected it. She perfected that style. I don't know if anybody really did it like that before her. I know Tiana Taylor kind of do her own version of that.
Person, that's who I listen to, but she's kind of let it go because I know she got tired of certain things with the industry and her label or whatnot. So
yeah,
what I was listening to.
Kehlani, she kind of seen that way too. Like I said, I'm always advocate for people to listen to Ari because I feel like people, I don't know, it's something about her I just really like.
You're going to have to put me on some of the newer R&B chicks, man. Maybe I'll try out because I'm...
Oh, yeah.
It's a girl named...
It's a girl named Victoria Monet.
Okay.
And it was somebody else. It's somebody else I was listening to.
Any of my subscribers, anybody on Twitch, anybody on YouTube, y'all let me know what's some of the new R&B chicks I can listen to. Give me some
Lyrica Anderson. This is a girl named Lyrica Anderson.
I love hip-hop.
Wait, that's who she is?
I'm guessing.
Bruh, I do not watch Love and Hip Hop. I like her song. Her song is hot. I don't care.
I ain't saying she don't love Hip Hop. I done heard her music and it's like, nope. For me, my opinion, nah, that ain't it.
Oh, okay. I just said this one song she got called Guilty. I like it. I thought it was hot.
I think my wife listened to her. She listened to her.
Oh, okay.
That's how I was like, that's who. Oh.
I don't know. You just said Love and Hip Hop, and I just remember like watching this compilation.
I listen to Young Jock. I listen to who is that other one? Art Bar V. She had some rap songs. Okay. I listen to some of her rap songs. A little scrappy. So I listen to everybody on Love and Hip Hop.
Stop. Mama D.
Oh yes. What was that song she had? What was the name of it, man? Oh, that was that fire. That was it. What's the? Go ahead and sing it right quick. You know the name of it?
I don't know the way.
I don't.
No. So, I watched this compilation of bad studio sessions from Love and Hip Hop, and it was this one where Moniece was singing, and I was like, "Does she really sound that bad? Am I tripping?" Like I thought she. And then Brooke Valentine got in after her and saying the exact same thing. I said, "Oh, she do sound that bad." I'm sorry.
Really?
Brooke Valentine can sing.
Well, I forgot about somebody I said I don't listen to. Keisha Cole. So I
you don't?
Keisha Cole a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Not recently, but I'll listen to what she used to be, you know what I'm saying, doing what she was doing. I don't think she don't put out nothing recently. Monica. Well, these kind of old.
Yeah, I must say that ain't new, but like, okay. Monica being out since she was 13.
Like I said, man, y'all put me on some of the new ones. I might try to check something out. I want to kind of jump in something a little serious. It ain't something that I feel like anybody should be surprised about. This is one of the reasons why I want to do this movie review, How I Learned this Sunday. Kyle Rittenhouse found not guilty on all counts for the deaths of the protesters. Have you been keeping up with this story or been hearing about it?
I heard about it, and then I heard a different version of it, and then I heard more about it, and I was just like, wow, I really been forming an opinion based off of fragments of this story. And I'm just like, if you killed somebody though, no, like, were the people armed that were charging him? Were they armed with any kind of weapon for this to be seen as self-defense? That's my question. And it's not even about what color any of these people are. I mean, besides the verdict matches the color. But it's just like I don't know everything about the situation. Like I said, I've been forming an opinion based off of fragments, and it's like, okay, don't do that again.
Kyle Rittenhouse, Black African American, found not guilty on all counts. And when I'm laughing, like I said, this is because it's like, you're not gonna hear that. Kyle Rittenhouse, never. And that's everybody's point. And it's like, it don't matter who he killed. It's the fact of the matter that you will never hear African-American boy, 17-year-old African-American boy. No, never. You're never going to hear that. Oh, he gets another chance. Why? Why does he get another chance? Why? Why? And there's so many people. It's so many people that's done lesser things. He literally took lives, and he gets another chance. That's what you just said. Lives. It's an S.
Lives. Yes.
Two people.
He literally took lives. And I'm just like, psychologically, none of this shit makes sense, because your mom drove you from where to do what?
Did this even take long? Did this take a long time?
No.
I don't think it did. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it did.
It is. Oh, I know what he looked like. I just
want everybody to just make sure y'all see this face. we out of here.
But what he did reminded me of what the children used to do to me when I used to have to take them to the principal office, and that's the shit they would start. And I would be like, so where were these tears when you was being smart earlier? Where was these tears? That's my question to the child, because now you're trying to play me. You get what I'm saying? And then I'm wrong, because me as a person, see, I'm being played by a child with dope that's falling for these tears. And it's like, why you being so hard? It's like, because they sit here playing. This ain't no real crime. Like, bro, don't.
Even with the tears, be like, if you have this black individual on the stand with these tears, are y'all gonna feel the same way? It ain't about tears. It's about what the person looks like.
Never.
That's it.
Never. That's why I said, why does he get another chance and he's taking lives? Why? When it's people that's in prison and it ain't took not one life, not, you know.
To me, it's just having the privilege. That's it. Privileges. It's the privilege.
And they swear they don't see that shit. They don't.
You have to do that. Hey, I ain't do nothing. I seen you cracking your neck.
No.
I ain't do nothing. Hey, my subscribers, y'all good? So you ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, I guess before I jump in anything else, you got another topic you had?
The Kanye West interview, their second part 2.
Okay, what's up with that?
How did you feel about it?
Well, like I said, we talked about it a little bit. I told you I watched it last time we did this. And last episode, I told you I mostly talked about him and Larry Hoover Jr. was talking about. Because when they started it off, that's how they started the episode off. And that's what I was into more. When they went to talking to him about the other stuff, I kind of wasn't even really back into it, because I just felt like they already had talked about majority of their stuff on the first episode.
They did. He elaborated more though, and I thought that was real. I feel like if you're gonna listen to one or the other, I would say listen to the second part, because because to me, like you said, it was a lot of stuff that they already talked about, but like he gave more clarity on it. Because remember, like when they was talking, they was also playing the game, so he had to keep cutting him short on certain things. So then he finally got to elaborate the rest of it out, and without having to be interrupted to finish a game. But yeah, the Larry Hoover part, like that, yes,
yeah. See, that's the part
that needs to be heard. See, like I said, once again, lives, but they get another chance. Taking lives.
There, this is like, I'm glad you brought up this part. Transitioning into that. That was a good transition too. But yeah. But yeah, it's that whole thing about saying, because he been in jail for a long time. And it's like,
47 years.
It's like, what are we doing?
That is a lifetime.
And you letting the person
yes.
shoot two people. The same thing with George Zimmerman, who chased down somebody after them, not saying they the same race, because they two different races, right? George Zimmerman and Kyle Rittenhouse or whatnot, but it's the point of killing three black individuals or whatnot, because if I'm not mistaken, the two protesters he killed were two black people. So
I thought they wouldn't. I don't know.
I mean, I don't. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But either way,
because somebody said they wasn't black, and
they might not have been. It's the whole.
It's the fact that he took lives.
Yeah, he took lives.
Free.
If it would have been a black person that did that, you under the jail. You under the jail. But it's like you're saying, as far as the whole Larry Hoover situation, that's what really caught my attention when they first started off the episode. And that's why I was talking about the whole thing with Kim Kardashian. And they recently had somebody that they stopped execution with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember that person's name. But go ahead with the interview with her.
Oh, yeah, but like I like how Ye... the point he kept making is something that also kept ringing, because I was listening to this after I had listened to Young Dolph, and we were talking about leaders and how they don't want leaders. They don't want, and he was talking about, like, why does Kim keep failing the bar? Like, why she can't pay? He was like, all somebody got to do is give her enough of the wrong shit. And it's like, oh, you were so close, she'll pass the next time. Because he was like, she is an influencer. If she does something, people be like, oh, I want to be, instead of like, I want to do what we talked about last. Yeah. Instead of being like, oh, I want to do what Kim did to get famous. And then it's like, no, I want to be a lawyer like Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And you know what? I didn't even think about that. I guess because I'm not somebody that's easily influenced by bullshit and just look at somebody. Like, if I look at you and I like what you're wearing, I'll be like, ooh, how can I do that in my style? But like, not like, ooh, I got to find out where they got this so I can buy the exact same outfit. I'm not that type of person. I'm like, ooh, how can I put that on me and I feel comfortable in it and like it look good on me? So that's why I don't be thinking like that. Like, oh, these people could be used to influence people for good shit. And that's why I look at this Young Dolph situation like with a side eye, and because it's like somebody that was so independent, and pushing independence and raising people to be independent. You know what I mean?
What you said about the Kanye West interview. Him talking about the whole clothing brand or whatnot. Him trying to still push that whole thing and that agenda as far as the shoes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as far as going into that. But he was saying something else, man. What you heard more of the second part, right? Besides the Larry Hoover stuff, what more did you hear? Because I was more stuck on the Larry Hoover stuff and what they was talking about when he was talking to his son.
But yeah, he was talking about the shoes, talking about what celebrity can they use to bring forces back. And it's like, why are we being stuck on the same thing? Why we can't make new designs? And that's why, like, we all laughed to some extent when Kanye was showing us these shoes. And we was like, ain't nobody about to wear that. And then the motherfucker sold that. Dude was like, oh, wait, people really wearing this, man. And then, like, style changed with the style changed with it, and it was like, okay, I see how that look good now, because when you throwing something new out into the fashion industry, the fashion has to change with it. Yeah. Because like that was what was wrong with the shoes at first, is the current fashion we were wearing was not matching them shoes. But now that fashion has changed with it, it's like, oh shit, they do look good. Even with his clothes,
because if people was like, man, them clothes are like homeless people wear them clothes, like his clothes or whatnot, but It was with their style and the formula that was.
I was not down with the. I was not down with the holy stuff.
I'm still
no,
not
I
even
was
with
not.
the shoes. I'm not. That's just not my style. Though.
It depends on which shoe you talk about, because I have found some form of Yeezys that I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I like them.
Maybe you gotta show me what you talk. I still don't think.
I'm a very particular person. I don't wear typical shoes that everybody else wear, and I like platforms and shit like that. So I'm short.
I guess what I really took though from that interview was just this whole push behind the whole reform thing, as far as getting people out, especially what they trying to do with Larry Hoover. And this might even take me into the whole thing with him and Drake. Jay Prince and them getting a whole situation together. Do you think that was Jay Prince bringing them together?
Somebody said that, like, this is what somebody's theory is. They were saying that is this a distraction? So, because Drake got named in that lawsuit now. Is Drake trying to distract from the lawsuit? And I was like, I don't know, but Ye has a purpose for everything that he's trying to do. You know what I mean? It's a bigger purpose. Yeah. It's a bigger purpose behind their connection. You know what I mean? And it's not just music, because he's an influencer. He's trying to get as many people on his team to, get what he wants to accomplish. He wasn't playing. He not playing with these people, and people think he's playing. And that he kept talking a lot about how people will label you as crazy. Like, and it's so, like, to me, it's mind blowing. Like, you go back and look at all these celebrities with these controversies, and it was always like they went crazy, when it's always another reason for what they did. Like how when Britney Spears shaved her head and had the umbrella, and I'm like, y'all, she was constantly being hounded by paparazzi. They stood outside her house.
And now you got everybody saying, save Britney.
Yeah, because she had just had a child and she's 20-something. Like,
yeah.
Bruh, like, people forget that these people are actual people. Like, that's like with the whole Danny Lay and the baby thing. Everybody kept saying, like, why is this news? Why is this news? And I'm like, it's not. But it's because young. They're famous.
If I'm not mistaken, she's like early 20s. She's super young, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, she's young. But
wait. Because I looked that up, because that was the first thing. It was like, what's their age? Because I was like, I didn't even go into their whole sign thing, but I saw some people like go. Somebody talking about both of them are Aries, and I was like, that what?
I don't know. I ain't even look up all it.
I didn't. I just took somebody's word for it.
But you said what you said about Drake and the distraction. Drake not like a rager though. He don't have people in his crowds like that always do that.
No, but they blaming him because he performed there.
Yeah, I know what you said. Yeah.
Oh, and she 26. It's transition time for her. She.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gotta go.
And the reason, yeah, you know what I say? Because like after 25, when you hit 25, like that's why I like that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, where they was using time as currency, and nobody aged after 25, and everybody's time clock on their arm started at 25. Because at 25, that's when they say your frontal lobe, cortex, whatever, is fully developed and you're an adult now. Shit is true. Because boy, 25 for me, I was just like, the fuck I been doing? Like you just wait. It's like you wake up and you be like,
I think 20s,
damn, I'm
all the way 20s, I think just not like that. The whole 20s period.
It's like, what am I doing?
Speaking of the whole Travis Scott situation, I want to say rest in peace and condolences, because recently we heard about somebody else that passed away. I ain't even want to mention it or whatnot, but I do want to say rest in peace and condolences to everybody that's still dealing with that situation from the whole Travis Scott concert or whatnot. It's a lot still going on with that, man. And I'm hearing about like this whole bunch of billions as far as lawsuits or whatnot that's coming. So yeah. What you said about Drake, I did hear where he pulled a song back, so I don't feel like he trying to get too far away from it or whatnot, because he done stopped the song from coming out because he's saying he's trying to not really releasing any music as far as everything that's going on. But speaking of music, and I'm not trying to like be funny or not. Well, this I don't feel like this being funny. I'm a fan of music, so I feel like I could just fair to ask this: if him and Kanye West are getting on good terms or whatnot, can we get some type of form of music from both of them together? And is it going to sound good?
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's not disrespectful at all. Because I mean, I feel like that's what going from the
And I'm just a fan of music, and I do want to hear these two artists together. I do.
I feel like yeah. I hope. I mean, we all hope they probably working on music too. Like, I mean, they musicians. We want to hear music from you.
Being who they are. I want to hear music from Kanye West and Drake together. A compilation album. If we're gonna do a compilation album, this should be the two artists.
I don't think they're gonna do that much.
I feel like they're the artists.
I would be surprised if they did that much, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I would be surprised.
Y'all let me know in the comment section.
That's a lot of words.
Do y'all want to hear a compilation album from? Two. Do y'all want to hear a Watch the Throne album style from Drake and Kanye West? Let me know. Y'all want to hear that type of album? Speaking of DABABY and Daniel Lee, I want to ask a question. When can somebody tell the difference between being a side piece and a main one?
Oh God. Okay. Woo.
Y'all let me know in the comments too if y'all got y'all opinions on this.
Look, I'm trying to dig from experience, and I'm just like.
So you have?
No. No. Okay. Let me explain. When I was single, I was single. I'm not trying to be nobody's girlfriend, and you best to believe I'm seeing other people, and I got a whole people, you know. I'm not one of them people that wake up and text a whole bunch of dudes "Good morning, King" or nothing like that. But like, I was never just talking to just one person. If you thought I was only just talking to you, we need to clarify some shit, because if I'm single, I'm talking to multiple people, and I did this from a very young age. I mean, a very young age.
That's probably just.
It's like one. I don't like having I've never been a person that had a lot of female friends. So a lot of these dudes I'm talking to, I see you as a friend, not friend zoning you. That's up to your ass to show me that you don't want to just be a friend. Because if you sit there in the friend zone, I feel like you're comfortable and that's where you want to be. You step. I'm listening because I'm putting him up on some game. Yes, because if you want to step out the friend zone, you need to show somebody. Like, and if you get embarrassed, you get embarrassed. Okay, I mean that's life.
Can somebody tell though if they're a side piece or the main one? In your opinion.
If you pay attention to the signs, then yeah. But for me,
if you have a baby by a side piece, is that person still a side piece?
A side piece can still have a baby by.
Okay, I'm just asking your opinion. I'm asking your opinion.
That's okay. If you didn't know, niggas lie. Cause
I'm just saying, if you got to deal with somebody the rest of their life having a child with them, I don't see how they're going to be a side piece for. They a side piece for 20, 30, 40 years, okay? Because they got a child for a long time.
I mean, that's your dumb ass for nothing in me. I mean, at that point, because it's like, I don't think why people, what people don't think, like, do you not think that women can get pregnant when you nutting them? Like, do you think it's, like, I don't understand that shit. Because I was never that person. Like, there's yes, protection at all times.
My opinion, side piece, you're not seen together. You don't even know who that person is. Even if this person make a video,
they definitely didn't know each other.
Is deny. No matter what.
Well, he was posting. He was, and it wasn't just her. It was him too.
You can't consider somebody a side piece and you doing all that.
He said that shit to hurt her feelings. He was gaslighting her. That's all it was. Because, like, digging back
and
into
I'm not even talking about just in that situation. I'm just talking about it for particular any situation. Side piece will be the main one.
Oh, I mean, there are signs that you're a side piece, and if you don't know that, if you have any type of woman like intuition, you know that you're a side piece.
Man or woman.
I mean, yeah. You would do.
Hey.
Just kind of assume that role, or like, do they really be thinking they a man? Like, I've never been that type of person where I'm trying to actually have multiple boyfriends. I may be talking to multiple people, but I don't have multiple boyfriends. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, if I'm feeling you and we have committed ourselves to each other, I'm feeling you, and it is what it is, you know?
I got you.
Because had that, you just a side piece problem. And if I was just a side piece, nigga, you was just somebody I was talking to or fucking to. Like, it was, you know what I mean? It's a mutual, we were mutually using each other. And okay. I was always a person where I was upfront about that. Like, if this what it is, I know what it is. I'm not getting nothing confused. I've never had my feelings confused with people. Like, you know, don't be telling me you want me and, you know, like you want to be with me. But then, like, if you're not showing me that, but you're telling me that, that's already a red flag. You have to show me and tell me.
I think it comes from both sides, too. I think both sides can catch feeling, whether it's a man or female. I don't think it can go either way. But it's more common, I guess, the other way.
I mean,
in this day and age, though, I don't know.
Oh, it could be I don't know. These motherfuckers just out here fucking nowadays. Yeah. Like, I don't get. I mean, I get it because, like, I've had that mindset. Not like I was just out here doing shit, but like, you know what I mean. I'm like, I know how to detach myself from the person that I'm fucking because I don't have. I'm a big chemistry person. I can have sexual chemistry with you, but not have like relationship chemistry with you.
Y'all listening?
It's a difference. Like, if I want to, like, so I hate to be so raw. Like, man, okay,
hey,
so like, if I'm
this uncut is talk, we telling the idea.
If I'm going to your house and the only thing we do is fuck, then that's what it is. Like, that's all you are to me. But if I go to your house and like we chilling, we talking, we have a conversation, we're doing more than just fucking, than just like that's that relationship chemistry. Yeah. Where you're friends outside of just fucking and you're not just like somebody that I'm just going to go.
Was saying as far as no pictures, you're not going on dates,
exactly.
You're not doing anything. No. It's deny. It's like, no. Even if you got a picture with me and you didn't take it on purpose and I seen it, I still no. That's what I mean by as far as somebody saying side piece and man stuff like that. That's.
I mean,
but in my opinion, if you have a baby with somebody, that's over. You got to deal with that person. I don't see how that's a side piece anymore.
You're not a side piece no more. At that point, that's the mother of your child. Ain't no more side piece. You didn't. That's why I was like, why you just so reckless to nut at somebody? Like, that's reckless as fuck. Like, God.
Happens a lot.
I was not that reckless. Like, I've never been that reckless. Like, no.
I guess I want to jump back into the movies. A movie situation. Would you rather deal with Final Destination or would you rather deal with Paranormal Activity? As far as those type of situations. Death chasing you or an invisible demon?
Paranormal Activity, because like death is gonna get you. Nigga!
I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain. Go ahead.
They always like First of all, Paranormal Activity, is that contained to a house? Like, or is it following me too?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, so it's following me.
Yeah. Have you watched all of them?
No, I ain't watched all of them.
Which ones have you watched?
Not any of them to the fullest. Like I've seen like bits and pieces of the first one.
Well, that's all you need to know. We going together. I'm in the car. Let's go.
Man.
So yeah.
Can the Paranormal Activity demon? Can it like am I gonna get some sleep? Am I gonna? Are they like gonna
like if you don't
kill
pay
me?
no attention, then maybe you good.
Look, see, that's what. Because I'm just like, it always seems like it's just doing some
deeper than that. You have to watch it. See, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. You might be going with somebody that might be related to this person, to this demon. That's why it's deeper than that. So yeah.
I still say that the Paranormal Activity demon just seemed like it'll fuck with you long enough. Death is trying. You are literally being stalked by death, and when it's your turn, and it's gonna look crazy, and like everybody go, "Oh, you just killed yourself," or "Oh, what a horrific accident," and it's like, at least with the Paranormal Activity demon, I at least like just be mildly inconvenienced for a couple days and shit, like. Back in chairs and shit. No, oh wait, that's both the guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh wait a minute. Okay.
I don't know. They live with that demon longer than them people lived in them damn Final Destination movie. Them motherfuckers was not living long. They except for that girl. The girl in the second one lived through 2 movies. She lived through the first movie and then she died in the second. She the only one that lived the longest out of all of them. The rest of them motherfuckers, they had 1 year, a couple years, and then they died in Paris, and like that was just no.
So you basically you'll rather deal with Toby from Paranormal Activity. That's his name. The demon.
I feel like I could deal with the demon than the damn death chasing me, because that motherfucker's everywhere.
I'm going with Final Destination. I know what's coming. I mean, I don't know what's coming, but if I do, if death do get me, at least I know I done live the good life. I don't try to do my best with God. Paranormal Activity, this nigga might try to take me to hell. I don't know what he got planned for me. And the thing about it is, with Final Destination, yeah, I might go out kind of horrible, but it might be fast. It's a lot of headshots.
True.
Paranormal Activity, this nigga likes to try to break your neck, crack your back, might try to torture you a couple of nights, knocking on your door real hard, busting through your doors. He gonna mess with your girlfriend, standing over you for 2 hours. Yeah, he possesses people to stand over you for 2 hours and watch you sleep, and then they lay down. I can't deal with all of that.
Oh, that's why I'm like, am I gonna be able to sleep with either one of these? Because it's like, am I gonna be so paranoid that I'm gonna die that I don't sleep
that's
well?
That's why I chose both of these though, because both of them is basically you paranoid as hell. I will say this though, watching that first Final Destination, I don't want to go out like that, falling in the shower with something around my neck, and I'm sitting there.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to go out like that.
Jeez.
I get it, but at the same time, I don't want you to break my neck or be chasing me around the house, being invisible or possess none of my people. I don't want you to possess my people. Take over my child? No.
I'll be in there saging and trying to.
And they tried this, then they kicked her out. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Would y'all rather deal with Paranormal Activity demon, or would y'all rather deal with Final Destination and death? Chasing you. Did you have any other topics?
Can I use a cheat code and turn into a vampire?
Oh no. I'm gonna say something too. Speaking of vampires, I don't know when you gonna have the time, if you get the time, to check out Midnight Masses on Netflix.
Midnight Masses.
I don't want to give nothing away. Just check it out if you get a chance to. Because if I say something right now, because somebody might not have watched it in the trailers, they don't give nothing away. They don't even tell you what it's about. They let you know it's scary, but they don't tell you what's going on. So I don't want to give nothing away right here. But I feel like I kind of said something saying vampire. but I'm telling you, if you watching me on my subscribers, check it out. Midnight Mass.
You can tell from the trailer that it's I mean, from the picture, like it's some creature.
I feel like not Suicide Squad, Squid Game kind of took away the attention as far as Netflix goes.
Yeah.
Because I watched Squid Game before I watched this. And I just finished it. It's over. I don't think I can watch.
I don't think I can finish Squid Game. I guess because like it's just everywhere now. Like that's like with the whole like with Tiger King, and everybody was like, "You gotta watch." And I was just like, "I can't." Like I could not.
How many episodes of Squid Game have you watched?
One. I still only watched the first one.
Oh, okay.
And
I got a question I want to ask about that too, but I'm gonna wait.
And I didn't. I was just like, I don't know. I guess because I kept falling asleep on it because I probably shouldn't have started it when I was sleeping.
Oh, so did you finish the first episode of Squid Game?
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay.
I was just like,
I guess I
get the hype, but like, I don't know.
Would you rather play Squid Games or would you rather play Jigsaw Game? What? That's a good one.
Oh, like
y'all
which type of hold on? Which type of Jigsaw games? Because like with Jigsaw, no, bro. Like there's different levels to this. It was like, is it like the first one where I'm trapped in the bathroom, or is it like different parts of the first one, or is it like the second one where I'm trapped in the house with the people, or you know what I mean? Like because it was different.
I'm saying as far as the game, as far as whatever game he chooses, as far as you done chose some type of whatever you done in your life, and you got to fight for why you need to keep your life. You know those type of games. Not talking about being in the house with people. I'm talking about just his games. He chooses.
Man, that was still a game.
Squid Games or his game? Jigsaw game. Which one you trying to do? Red light or green light or Jigsaw game?
See, Squid Games is just, I don't know, because like that's multiple games. No, okay, but see, with Squid Games, it's multiple games, or are you just talking about one Squid Game? Because like with Jigsaw, you just have that one game, and it's like, do this horrific.
If you go back to the life, he gonna choose you again. That's what he chose. Multiple people, and he chose them more than once. If you Jack messed up,
see,
I'm saying Squid Games.
I guess that's what I was about to say, because like I don't want to have that paranoia that you're gonna come pick me up again. You're gonna come syringe me in the pig costume. And, like ain't nobody got time for that shit.
I'm saying Squid Games. I can possibly win money, so all I'm doing is getting away from Jigsaw. I can actually win some money if I get.
But see, the reason why I was even considering Jigsaw is because it's like it's one game, and if I gotta kill this person for this one game, then I'm out. Like Squid Games, it was multiple games, and it's like multiple times I'm putting my life at risk. But I get what you're saying. Now that you're saying that money, I'm like.
But see, that's why you gotta watch Squid Games, because if you want to, you get enough people to vote. And I don't mean to get in the way. Y'all can.
No, I already know this.
See?
Yes, I know so much about the show. That's why I'm like, do I even want to finish it? Because I know everything that happens already.
You ain't got to sign a contract? Hey. I guess I want to jump into back to music. Did you see the thing I posted showed you about the whole Ashanti situation and her trying to redo her albums and what Irv Gotti said?
No.
So Ashanti, she's redoing her albums because she got the masters. I know she got the masters, I think, to her first album. But anyway, she's going to redo them. And she basically, after she redo them, she'll own everything she redone. Basically, that same sound or whatnot, but she'll own it now, being that she done redone everything. Irv Gotti said, well, I own the original copies, the original masters or whatnot to all her albums. And he basically mad saying she redo that. She basically trying to fuck me out of what I got, my percentage or whatnot. So do you have a issue with that? I do, because it's like, it's a long time. This is a lot of years. And I'm pretty sure you don't recoup of what this woman has done as far as her singing and writing J-Lo, Ja Rule song. Come on, man. Like, and she ain't even talking about that track. She talking about her music in particular, what she sung.
So you trying to say that Irv Gotti is bitter?
He what?
Bitter.
Yeah,
like why you like why he being so bitter after all these years? Let her do what she gonna do. Is that what you saying?
You know what Charlamagne said? It's like, if we trying to preach this black ownership and entrepreneurship, it's like, why don't we do it for each other first? It's like, this was somebody that was on your label for years. Like, come on, you should be like great. Like, yo, go ahead and do what you're doing. You know, this 20, like, ain't this like 20 plus years if I'm not mistaken? Maybe I'm wrong, or less 20. At least it's over 10 years. It's over 10 years.
It's 20. It's 20.
And I get he don't put in work as far as production or whatnot, but come on, you don't recoup this.
I feel like, well, you heard about the alleged relationship and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so
I don't believe it.
Like,
he said like he got shut down. Like she was like, no, nigga. Maybe, I don't, but I feel like he just extra bitter. That nigga extra salty. And even if they did, it was long time ago. And she was young as hell anyway. His old ass.
Well, and he was married. So that was the whole issue. But so
my bad, go ahead.
So my thing is, yeah, man, I feel like he just salty. And it's, you know, because also you gotta remember he had to use a lot of his money in that Fed case. Like he beat a Fed. You know how hard it is to beat a fucking Fed case?
Yeah.
He beat
even that though, after that, you still recouping because you own her masters. Royalty checks. All of you getting that money back.
He I don't know what his other sources of income is. I don't know. Like I feel like it's just bitter.
This nigga got a TV show called Tales. Don't he still got a record label? If I'm not mistaken, he got a new art. I don't keep up with him.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it's just bitterness. Like I don't know what he bitter about, but like this sounds very bitter to not just be like, you go, girl, because like Russell Wilson bought Ciara her masters for her birthday. 1 year, JoJo, and I don't know if you know who JoJo is. She was that little white girl that was on Black Ground Records. She sang that song, Get Out Right Now.
And I ain't being funny when I say this, but the white girl.
Yeah, the white girl that was on. Okay. She was on Black Ground Records, and you remember how much of a stronghold I didn't know that he had control over Tank's first like 3 albums.
Who?
Black Ground Records, Aaliyah's uncle. What the hell is his name?
Oh yeah, because that's why they recently just released her music on streaming services.
Yes, because he trying to rebuild
music, right?
He trying to Black Ground. He trying to rebuild Black Ground.
Oh,
her uncle. So JoJo took her shit because her fans was like, we want to hear that. We want to hear your old stuff that you made when you were a teenager. So she went and re-recorded all those songs as an adult so that her people can hear it. And then here he come re-releasing her shit, re-releasing all Aaliyah shit, re-releasing Tank first 3 albums. Like, Harry, no. What the hell is his name? Barry Hankerson. Barry. Yeah.
So he basically still was trying to own their masters too, right?
Yep. Barry Hankerson. That is Aaliyah's uncle.
That's pretty much what Irv Gotti's issue is with Ashanti. Because like I said, and it sounds like, I don't know if she's trying to do all her albums. She sounded like she was in particular trying to do her first album, which is one of her most popular albums. But even if she is, it's like still.
Well, I feel like he produced her second album too, because like for a long time, I could not find the song Rain on Me on Spotify. And I was like, why is this not on Spotify? And I was like, why did the whole other rest of the album is on there? It was just that one song. But then all of a sudden it was on there one day and I was like, wait, why is this on here now?
He
So
must
I
have
don't
had
know
one of those deals like Birdman them too, as far as distribution, as far as having his record like Murder Inc. and he owning their masters and they just having a distribution deal. With Def Jam, was it Def Jam, right? I might be wrong.
I
think it was Def Jam.
Well,
it had to be because that was Rockefeller, that was Jay-Z now. It had to be Def Jam. But anyway, as far as him trying to do this whole thing, as far as having an issue with her trying to redo her albums to own them, it's like you don't want her to feed her family or be able to feed herself or keep, like, why not?